Welcome, I'm Kirsten Allison. Today we are focusing primarily on fascial fitness for our spine. So when you're ready, we will begin on hands and knees for tabletop. Inhaling, finding length all the way from the crown of your head down into your tailbone. We're going to be doing a micro movement of the cat-cow. So I invite you to listen to your body and move as slowly as you possibly can. Inhale, dropping, just slowly starting to roll your pelvis towards the ground, and then you can begin to feel into your lower spine, upper spine, and finally lifting your head. Exhaling again, starting at your hips, slowly rolling them forward, and then your lower back, upper back, and finally our head cleansing in at our navel. Inhale from the tailbone, lower back, upper back, and your head. Exhaling, tailbone, lower back, middle back, upper back, and your head. And a few more times on your own. With your next inhale, returning to a neutral spine. Moving into our spiral, or spine spiral, so shifting your right ribs out towards the right, and then up towards the ceiling, and over to the left. Kind of like this jump rope and down towards the ground. And jump rope of your spine to the right, to the ceiling, to the left, to the ground. Right, ceiling, left, ground. Right, ceiling, left, ground, and reversing left, ceiling, right to the ground, left, ceiling, right to the ground. Last one, left, ceiling, right to the ground, and returning to a neutral spine. Bringing our body all the way down towards the ground now. Your hands are directly underneath of your shoulders. Elbows are in towards your body. Tops of your feet are pressing into the ground, kind of like you're clicking your toenails into the ground, lifting your knees off the ground so your legs are completely engaged. Inhaling and exhaling, surrender. Keeping your legs engaged, toes into the ground, elbows in towards your side body. Inhaling, peeling off of the ground, not pushing into your hands to get off the ground, but instead of using your back muscles to peel you off the ground. And we'll just be here for a couple breaths. You might notice as you're breathing, you might feel like you're pulsing off of the ground, and that's okay. Final breath. And release all the way into the mat, forehead to the ground. Taking your fingers off of the mat now. Elbows are going to be up towards the sky. You're going to inhale and exhale, pushing into your hands this time, peeling off the ground for really high, the cobra. Again, your knees are lifting off the ground as you push your toenails in towards the ground, pulling your shoulders away from your ears, almost as if your pelvis is kind of this stable position into the ground, holding you here. Just a few breaths. Two more. Final breath. And slowly bringing your body all the way back to the ground, bringing your right temple to the ground, just relaxing, surrendering into the earth a little. Every muscle in the body is relaxed. Inhaling, returning your hands underneath your shoulders, and pushing all the way into a child's pose. Allowing your knees to be the outsides of the mat, your big toes are touching, foreheads to the ground. Your fingertips and thumbs are touching in a triangle above the head. Arms are bent and relaxed, shoulders away from your ears. Sinking your chest in towards the ground. And while we're here, I invite you to look around your room to see if you have a block, a pillow, a blanket, any of those types of things, a couch pillow, anything. The next inhale, walking your hands in towards your legs. I invite you to go get up and find whatever that is that you were thinking of, whether it was a block, a pillow, or a blanket, and bring it back to your mat with you. I'm going to use my meditation pillow. Whatever you have, sitting directly on the edge of it, so you can feel your hips tilt forward a little. Your legs are going to come out completely forward. And here, your legs can be about hip width or together, whatever is comfortable for you. Inhale to find length. And exhale, you're just going to round your spine out towards the back. Tops of your hands come towards the ground. Totally just relaxing into this position. Taking your chin in towards your chest as much as you can. So you find a lot of length right in the back of your neck. As you're surrendering here and breathing, you might notice this opening starting in your neck, moving down your spine. It's different for everybody. Wherever you're feeling it, just continuing to take your chin in towards your chest deeply. Just breathing, closing your eyes, surrendering. I'll be here for a few minutes, so get cozy. Dip your chin as much as you can and surrender the rest of your body. As you continue to breathe into these areas of tension, you'll notice that it will continue to change. That fascia along the spine, it holds so much for us. The best thing that we can do is just give it a moment to unwind, to release all of the tension that it holds. Checking in again with your body, just acknowledging where you feel that tension now. Perhaps you felt it at first in your neck and now maybe in the middle of your back. There's no right or wrong place to feel this tension move. Just observe it. With your next inhale, taking your hands and walking them up towards your hips, taking your right hand to your chin now, and slowly lifting your chin away from your chest, and coming to sit all the way up. Removing the prop from underneath of our sits bones. Coming very gently onto our spine, one vertebrae at a time. Walking our feet in towards our sits bones a little more. Watching carefully now as we lift our hips up towards the sky, shifting them over to the left. So we roll onto our right hip. Knees come in to fall on top of one another. Left hand comes out towards the side. Right hand is on top of your stacked knees. Just using it kind of as a pillow. You can even have it place a pillow on your spine. Glancing over to the left. Just surrendering. Inhaling, removing the pillow, placing it off to the side. Using your hand to lift your knees, lifting your pelvis so you can neutralize it once more. Inhaling again, lifting your hips, shifting your hips over to the right, coming onto your left hip, stacking your knees. Stacking your knees. If you had a pillow on your knees, you can use that again. Taking our right hand out towards the right and glancing over to our right hand. Surrendering again here. Inhaling, dropping our pillows off our knees, using our left hand to lift our knees up towards the sky, lifting our pelvis up to neutralize our hips, and dropping our legs out towards the ground, palms facing up for Shavasana. I invite you to stay here for 3 to 5 minutes or longer. It's really up to you. And this is where I will leave you. Thank you so much for joining me in my practice and allowing me to be a part of yours. Namaste.